So today we're making chia pudding. And the great thing about chia seeds is that they don't really taste like anything. And so you can turn them into any flavor that you want. Huge shout out to everyone over on Instagram who participated in the chia pudding brainstorming session. That was really helpful. Also, thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring these ideas. I thought I'd start this video by quickly running through the basic or standard way of making chia pudding. First, you need a pudding container. I would recommend going for a small to medium-sized jar, like a jam jar. But if you're not planning to take it on the go with you, then a simple mug or a bowl with a plate on top will do. Also, I would recommend to just mix all the ingredients inside the cup, just for easier cleanup. In this case, that would be chia seeds, pinch of salt, a little pinch of cinnamon, some vanilla, some yogurt of choice, some milk of choice, and that's it. Mix everything very well. And then 4 to 6 hours is the minimum time that this should sit in the fridge for, but of course, overnight would be best. Toppings, I would say, are crucial to maximize the enjoyment of your chia pudding experience. And I would also recommend that you add the toppings in the morning. I'm doing a simple granola here, a bit of creme vega, and some frozen strawberries. This was really good, but nowhere near as exciting as these next recipes. Since we've just entered cozy season, I thought I would start with something more fall appropriate, and that would be Biscoff chia pudding. Although I feel like Biscoff has evolved into an all year round sort of flavor. The night before, or at least 6 hours in advance, you're going to first melt about a tablespoon of Biscoff. Carefully. It melts so fast. Actually, as soon as it starts melting, I would recommend to take the skillet off the heat to make sure nothing burns. Inside your jam jar, you're going to combine the remaining pudding ingredients: chia seeds, non-dairy milk, unsweetened non-dairy yogurt, sweetener of choice, salt, and vanilla. Mix this well. Make sure to incorporate all the seeds. Finally, mix in the melted Biscoff. Then I added an additional tiny Biscoff drizzle on top, sealed this tightly, and put it into the fridge overnight. Now I'm serving this with a little bit of extra vegan yogurt and additional melted Biscoff. But now we're definitely teetering into dessert territory, so that is an optional step, but honestly recommended. This is so delicious. Next, we have Hōjicha chia pudding. Hōjicha is Japanese green tea. It comes in this powdered form here, and so the way it's being prepared is very similar to matcha, but the flavor is a lot more roasted and earthy than matcha, I would say. First, I'm putting together a shot of Hōjicha by combining a teaspoon of the green tea powder with a little bit of vanilla and some hot but not boiling water. And then set that aside. Now once again, fill your little jam jar with chia seeds, oat milk, the Hōjicha shot, unsweetened soy yogurt, a sweetener of choice, and that's pretty much it. Mix it well. I'm also cleaning the top here, but that is just for food photography reasons. This goes into the fridge for at least 6 hours. I am serving my chia pudding here with some more yogurt, some white peach, a cup of iced Hōjicha latte, and some sesame seeds. I think the Hōjicha goes so well with the peach. Berries would be super nice here too. Definitely let me know what you think if you end up trying it. Next up, we're making carrot cake flavored chia pudding. This one comes with a delicious brown sugar cinnamon crumb topping. It's so nice. First, inside your jam jar, combine all the ingredients for the base. Chia seeds, salt, vanilla, unsweetened yogurt, cashew or almond butter, lots of cinnamon, nuts and seeds. I'm going with sesame seeds here. And some cozy carrot cake type spices. I'm doing nutmeg, cloves, I think that's it. Next, I'm adding a small carrot, shredded, some optional sweetener, and some milk of choice. Now onto the crunchy topping, which is very much giving Christmas market. Add a handful of crushed walnuts or another type of nut to a small skillet. Add a couple tablespoons of quick oats and allow everything to toast for 2 to 3 minutes. And once it starts becoming nice and fragrant, you'll know to add the salt, brown sugar, cinnamon, and vegan butter. And now mix it up rather quickly because you don't want the sugar to burn. Just give it 1 to 2 minutes of stirring and then take this off the heat and allow it to cool down a bit. Then add the toppings and enjoy. I did end up adding a lot more of the nut topping. Quite a lot of people asked for Dubai chocolate flavored chia pudding. I don't think I've ever even had anything Dubai chocolate themed, and that might also be because the vegan version is pretty impossible to get a hold of, and so you have to make it yourself. And that's what we're gonna do right now, but of course in chia pudding form. First, I'm preparing the base in advance. Chia seeds, salt, yogurt, some melted sweetened pistachio butter. Also add some vanilla, green food coloring, and some non-dairy milk. When it comes to the base, you could substitute the pistachio butter with some tahini, which could balance out the sweetness of the topping. The crunchy topping you should make right before serving. First, I'm melting some semi-sweet chocolate, which I'm using my oven for. And then I'm also melting, once again, the sweetened pistachio butter. Sometimes they're not plant-based, so definitely check the ingredients if that's important to you. But the one I'm using is from DM. Once again, I am cheating and adding a little bit of green food coloring. And now into the pistachio butter, I am mixing in kadayef, the typical crunchy pastry bits. Beautiful. Feel free to wait for the chocolate to set here. I mean, this is insanely delicious. It is really good. This next idea is very fresh and fruity, and it's possibly my favorite flavor from today. It's coconut mango pandan. For the base, I'm mixing together chia seeds, coconut milk, pinch of salt, soy yogurt. And again, I would skip the sweetener here since we're gonna serve it with a specific kind of syrup. But yeah, let's put this in the fridge for now. Now the syrup that I'm talking about is homemade pandan syrup. It has this really distinct nutty vanilla pandan flavor. So first I'm roughly chopping some frozen pandan leaves. And I'm just cutting them so they fit inside my blender, to which I'm also adding about a half a cup of water, maybe a little more, and then I'm blending it into a pulp, basically. Once this looks like a green smoothie, I am pouring this over a fine strainer, trying to get as much of the liquid out of these leaves as possible. Next, I'm adding sugar to the pot and letting everything simmer until the sugar has fully dissolved for just a few minutes, and then take it off the heat. add like a tablespoon of this syrup straight onto the chia pudding, and it goes, of course, so well with the mango. That's a classic combination. And I actually cannot wait to start using this in like different drinks and teas. I don't know if it's a good idea to mix it with coffee. Last but not least, we're making cherry chocolate chia pudding. And this one is going to be blended, which gives us a bit of a smoother texture. And so I'm blending up the chia seeds, unsweetened cacao powder, salt, vanilla, unsweetened soy yogurt, non-dairy milk, also some agave syrup, because the cocoa powder is going to make everything taste a bit bitter, so we definitely need some sweetness in this. After blending, you're going to add the frozen cherries, but I would prefer there to still be some cherry chunks, so just pulse it for a few seconds. Feel free to also mix in some chocolate chips. I forgot those here. Here I'm realizing that this makes enough for 2 servings. In the morning, I added some like vegan cream cheese on top, a single cherry, and some chocolate chips. This was delicious. I love anything cherry chocolate flavored. But yeah, that is all the chia pudding recipes. Thank you so much for your input over on Instagram. I could so easily do a part 2. Like, I think key lime pie was a flavor I wanted to do. Pumpkin pie I was thinking about, but I couldn't find any pumpkin puree in the stores and I was too lazy this time to make it myself. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and for being here. Last but not least, here's a word from my lovely sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace makes it really easy to create a beautiful website, connect to your audience, share your art, sell your products, sell your content, and more. Start by choosing from their wide range of professionally designed website templates to get started, or build your site from scratch if you prefer. Also, create a new logo while you're at it. Have your website quickly get discovered with their optimized SEO tools, meaning you will show up more often in people's search engines and therefore grow your brand and business the way you want. If you need extra help, don't hesitate to ask their 24/7 award-winning customer service. Start today. Go to squarespace.com/MeNowRome and use the code MeNowRome to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.